NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says he messed up when it came to punishing Baltimore Ravens player Ray Rice. Rice was suspended for only 2 games after he was seen on camera dragging his wife out of an elevator. He pleaded not guilty to assault charges and was accepted into a counseling program for first-time offenders. But now Goodell is changing the rules for the entire NFL. Any violation of the domestic violence rules will now get a 6-game suspension. Domenic Romano joins me now. He's a lawyer who specializes in entertainment and sports cases. Domenic, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
You know, I wondered why now and why 6 games? Get inside the mind of Goodell and how he came to this.
Well, he was roundly criticized, the entire league was, for the leniency of the suspension for Ray Rice, given the circumstances, the videotape and everything else. And they've come out, he's reversed himself, which is extremely unusual, and he's come out with now the most stringent domestic violence policy in all of professional sports.
But it's 6 games. I mean, we saw another player this week that tested positive for marijuana. I believe he was suspended for a year. Is that correct?
But that was on a subsequent offense. That is correct.
Okay.
Now, this is 6 games on a first offense for a violation. Now, Goodell knows that 45% of the NFL's fans are women. It's about 80 million people by their calculations. And he had to act, and he had to act in a very strict way. So 6 games amounts to about 1/3 of a season. This will have an economic impact. But the regulations are vague. It says for a first violation, what is a violation? Is merely being accused of violence enough to warrant that kind of penalty? We'll see. The details.
Let's talk about that. Do we know exactly what counts as a violation of this new policy?
No, we don't, and that's going to be a problem. Now, the Players Union is in a tough spot because, you know, if they're going to oppose this or they're going to open a discussion on it, they are going to appear insensitive to the domestic violence issue. So, in a sense, there might be little room for turning back here on the severity of the punishment, and you know, the details are subject to fine-tuning.
Do you think that this is something that we're going to see spread across other sports, that this is going to become a conversation that we're not just going to see in football?
No doubt. This should have an impact on all of professional sports. The NBA has been up and down in terms of standardizing its policy. They have no standard policy for domestic violence. Neither does the NHL and MLB, to my knowledge. So this is going to have an impact on professional sports, most likely college sports, and also perhaps, you know, coaches in amateur sports and other professionals.
I guess the real question here is this enough? I mean, did Goodell appease his critics when he came out with this new policy this week?
I think he took a bold and important first step. You know, the details remain to be seen. Obviously, 6 games rather, is the benchmark. There are aggravating factors that could contribute. He points out in his policy, you know, things like previous instance of domestic abuse, even before entry into the NFL, will be considered. Choking, use of a firearm, violence against a pregnant woman or in the presence of children will also very likely raise the amount of games, even on a first offense.
Domenic Romano, we appreciate your time on this weekend. Thanks so much. You take care.
Thank you.